Hello, my name is Ubaldo Acosta. I hope you're ready to begin. Let's review the general agenda of the Servlets and JSPs course. Are you ready? Let's go. Starting. Introduction to Web Applications. In this section, we'll study an introduction to web applications. We'll review a three-layer architecture and the role of web applications in Java. We'll also review the process of an HTTP request in a web application. We'll also carry out the installation of the tools we're going to use throughout the course, and we'll create a first Hello World project with servlets. Knowing the bases. Basic concepts of servlets. In this section, we'll review the servlets concept, the role of this technology in an enterprise Java application, as well as the functions performed by a servlet. We'll review the life cycle of a servlet. We'll see some methods of the HTTP protocol like GET and POST, which we'll use a lot in the servlet programming. We'll do an exercise to put these concepts into practice. Client-server interaction. Session management with servlets. We'll review the concept of HTTP sessions. We'll see the forms offered by the Servlet API for the management of a session. We'll create an exercise of a shopping cart to put this topic into practice. Starting with JSPs. Introduction to JSPs. In this section, we'll analyze an introduction to Java Server Pages technology, or better known as JSP. We'll study the benefits of using JSP compared to servlets. We'll see the role of the JSP technology in a Java web application. Likewise, we'll review the life cycle of the JSP. We'll carry out an exercise to put into practice the use of the JSP. More topics. Java beans in JSP and more topics. In this section, we'll study several of the elements that we'll use with the JSPs. We'll also review the concept of directives in JSP, the inclusion of files, and the use of Java beans in the JSPs. We'll create several exercises to put all these concepts into practice. Advanced topics on servlets and JSPs. We'll see several advanced topics of servlets and JSPs, since we'll begin to integrate these technologies to create a robust presentation layer for our enterprise and web applications with Java. We'll also see topics such as expression language of the JSPs, as well as the JSTL library of the JSPs. We'll do several exercises to put these concepts into practice. Java architecture. MVC design pattern using servlets and JSPs. We'll review the MVC model view controller design pattern, which will be the basis for structuring our presentation layer for our web applications with Java, using servlet technology and JSPs. We'll see what role each technology plays in this design pattern, and we will create an exercise to put this concept into practice. Integrating all. Creation of real-world web application. We'll create an application called a Student Management System, which will integrate everything seen in the course, from basic topics to more advanced topics of servlets and JSPs. This application will have a three-layer architecture, and will perfectly define the role of each technology in this practical application, which will serve as the basis for your own Java web applications using servlets and JSPs. Broadly speaking, this is the general agenda of the course Servlets and JSPs. These are just some of the many more topics that we'll learn throughout this course. So if you're ready, let's begin.